always in the wrong chart. Um, See, interesting candle. I think we had defined these regions as kind of something like this. So I guess we just barely tapped into it and then tried to bust out of it. And when I say try, I mean this looks pretty good. This bar breached the high of this bar, but then closed lower. So anybody buying higher above any bar was getting trapped. And then sellers got trapped here on the fill of the um, this is a bad fill for the L1, right? For the L2. This was our L2 here. With our L1, this is the L1. This is a pretty bad, I mean, we don't really fill on it. And even though we have a good close, we break above this bar. Not really what you want to see, but it kind of looks trappy. On Kind of looks like bulls are trapped, but then there's a dump and an immediate buyback, and now bears are trapped here. And then this ends up going outside up, and the next bar immediately in the first 2 minutes already clears above the high above this one. So I'm kind of thinking this is just a buy, probably just looking for a shot at the high of this region now. Um, 4 hour, of course, just looks like more trading range activity, getting a buy off of the low. On the 4 hour, there really isn't any sell signal. We have this outside up bar creating its own trading range, but no fill in either direction above or below. So kind of just within this range here. This is kind of looking like with this strong outside up, I definitely think that this next bar should be an up bar as well. And on these lower time frames, kind of looks like you had one push. I think we had talked about this earlier. We had a 1-2 up and then one leg down, the second leg down. So now we're kind of starting this next kind of push up, getting some buyers down in this area, snapping this candle off and continuing upward. So kind of what I'm expecting. Maybe up to this level, possibly higher. Not much of a trade here, right? But definitely there is a trade if we can push higher outside of this range. I think it's a little bit hard to say that we just go immediately, but certainly this is rounding in such a way that I think you probably do take a shot, and maybe this is one of those situations where you fill here, and then after we break to the 66.4 region, you just kind of put a stop at kind of break even, just in case this ends up topping out up here. Then at least you're not risking anything. Once you're in this range, you're just risking back to break even. For now, you'd have to put a stop underneath this or underneath this even. And with that type of situation, you're risking more than you're standing to gain, or it's about a 1-to-1. So it doesn't make so much sense to do that. But when you have this type of situation where it's just looking so promising, like so likely that we're going to push higher, and of course we have this range here that doesn't feel good to buy the top of, but it definitely feels kind of like we are kind of out of this, kind of trying to break above this area of consolidation. So in that sense, it makes sense. Perhaps on the 15 or 5 minute time frame to just buy above current candle. I guess this ends up being an outside up bar on the 5 minute, so nice retest throwback situation. Yeah, I guess you just buy above this 226 and probably initially put a stop with the outside bar effect. You can put it right underneath here, or you can put it underneath here or underneath here, and then probably once you start moving a little bit further away from entry, then you could move the stop to under here, or you could just move it to break even. Knowing that your break even's stop is somewhat likely to be run, I guess. That's why I probably like it down here a little bit better. Not risking too much, but you're having at least, a bit of a safer stop. And looking for at least, a couple $100 here. If not, I mean, really, if you're taking this long, you want it to go higher than this. You're probably looking for 67, if not a new all-time high. But just not. You don't have extreme confidence at this level. I think that we're gonna make that run so immediately, but it just looks good here, It just looks really good on this 1 hour chart that I think it just makes sense to give it a go, just give it a shot, and yeah, see how it works out. So that's my thoughts right now. Yep, thanks.